Welcome back to the Final Fantasy VIII Remastered Let's Play. Thank you guys so much for being here on Twitch and on YouTube. I want to say a few things before we get started. First off, thank you guys so much for last week. Last week we did not stream at the normal time. Well, it was still at a normal stream time, but normally we do these on Friday. Last week we did it on Monday because I was sick the week before. And I was all worried that it was going to be like a not as good stream. Like I was like, I'm still sick, and I don't know how many people are going to show up because it's a Monday, and I just don't know if the conversation's going to be very good. It might be kind of a more boring episode. And it was the complete opposite. Like, it was so much fun last week. It took us like 3 hours to get through prison because we were busy talking about Final Fantasy and games and just having a good time. So last week was really, truly amazing. And I want to thank you guys for that. It was just a lot of fun and really sparked my desire to continue playing Final Fantasy VIII. Not that I don't already have desire to play it, because I'm actually having a lot of fun. Like I said, I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII in a long time, and I missed a lot about this game, especially the soundtrack. Holy cow. Soundtrack is really just continuing to get better and better. The other thing I wanted to mention, if you're watching this on YouTube, that means that Hollow Month has begun. We're going to be starting Hollow Month next week. I might actually start it on Monday, even though technically that's the 30th and not October yet. But in any case, Hollow Month is starting next month. It's our annual celebration of October, and we always do crazy and wild things during the month of October. Last year we gave away an entire gaming computer and like 20 games. Don't know if the giveaways are going to be that crazy this year, but we are going to have some giveaways this year. And I have a lot of other stuff in store, a lot of crazy stuff. You guys are going to be really happy with what's going on for Hollow Month this year. So if you have some time, stop by. Those of you that are on Twitch, you already know what's coming. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're going to really enjoy it. And even if you don't stop by on Twitch, you will see some of it on YouTube, and you'll see the backdrop and all that, and you'll know, like, oh, it's Hollow Month time. So that's right, we're still looking for Sid. So hopefully you all had a good week. I had a pretty good week. I'm still sick, but like, you know, it's more of just a cough now. I feel a lot better, and my voice is fine. Oh, don't worry, Blazin. You have to type in a word to be entered, so as long as you don't type the word, you'll be fine. So yeah, we are doing another giveaway today. We do a giveaway every week. Every time we play Final Fantasy VIII, we do a giveaway for the game. That's courtesy of Derzia, our awesome, one of our awesome fans here. He helped out with that giveaway. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say, thank you guys so much for your any of your comments about the Final Fantasy Let's Play. We talked about it last week. I was talking about potentially doing a playthrough of all the Final Fantasies and how I did that before and then quit and still deciding if I want to do it again and all that stuff. A bunch of people commented about it saying, like, I'd love to see it, or I'd rather you just play 6, or I'd rather you play 4, or, you know, I've been here since the first playthrough, I'd love to see you continue it, and stuff, so that was really great to read. And I'm still thinking about what it is exactly I want to do. Right now, don't take this as, you know, for sure or not. This is just my feelings towards it right now, but I'm kind of feeling that I kind of want to just do 6. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out in a few months, and if I start a big playthrough of all the Final Fantasies now, it's going to get broken up by the remake when it comes out, which is fine. I don't mind taking a break from it, but I feel like it might be better if we wait and, you know, just throw all of our time at the remake when that comes out. and there's a couple other things. Like I still want to do Legend of Legaia. I don't necessarily want to lock myself into having to do Final Fantasy-a-thon yet. You know what I mean? Like, I just have a lot of other stuff that I'm wanting to do. I don't want to, like, lock myself into, like, okay, now we got to do Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, it's just not something I want to do at this moment. So, well, I'm starting to think, like, maybe we just do 6. Like, 6 is the one everyone wants me to play. It's the one I want to play. So maybe we just do 6. Do Legend of Legaia. Do some of the other games I want to do. Maybe even do Final Fantasy 4. But just do those games that we all really want to do, and then in the future, you know, maybe Final Fantasy-a-thon will be a thing. But right now, I'm kind of leaning towards just doing 6 and just, you know, getting that out of the way because I've wanted to play it for a very long time, and I've put it on hold because I want you all to experience it with me, but I can only wait so long because I want to play it, so we'll see. But that's what I'm leaning towards right now. Over here, she's one of the headmaster's seeds. The junior classmen are with her. Don't let them escape. Hey, come back here. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fight too. Heh, this should be interesting. Ah! I'm not training every day for nothing. Come on. Why, you little... Oh my god, he just came flying in. Freaking Squall the superhero. You'll have to get past me first. Another one of Sid's followers. Die! These guys are so weird. They're like... I don't know. They feel like they're not even like from this planet. The way they talk. They're just like, are you a Sid follower? Die! Those opposed to Norg should die. Do I not have... Okay, well, let's just not die real fast. How about that? Can I just do this? Is this just win or what? Alright. That fight was, we just met a dinosaur, then Renoa goes to bed, and then Quistis just obliterates him, and then the end. Cygros, thank you for the host. Meltian, thank you so much for the brand new Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it, my man. And we get some Dino Bones, because Dino Bones. Oh man. This game is something sometimes. Like, the thing I hear the most about this game more than anything is that it's broken. And I remembered it being broken, but I don't know, man. It does really feel like even more broken. Like, when I've talked about this game being broken in the past, I feel like it was more like, oh, well, if you grind out the cards and use the card junction and you put Curaga on your HP, then you have like 1,000,000 HP and then you're just completely broken. And if you don't do that, then the game's fine. But honestly, like, there's so many different ways. I mean, the junction system itself just leads itself to be kind of broken, but then there's like, it's not even just the junction system. Like, I can understand the junction system. It's something different. Maybe they just didn't master it yet, and there's a couple flaws in it that make it a little broken. Like, that's fine. But then they also just have, like, oh, well, by the way, Quistis has an attack that can just annihilate everything. And, oh, Selphie has an attack that can just annihilate everything. And, oh, Squall just kind of wrecks everything and has automatic hits all the time. And Renoa has a move that makes you all invincible. Like, it almost seems like everyone has a way to just be, like, super broken. Kind of nuts. I don't know if they meant it to be that way, or... Because the game does feel it does feel like the enemies are a little more difficult than your average Final Fantasy game. And maybe some of the bosses seem kind of hard, but they give you so many tools to work with. I almost feel like the challenge in this game is just learning how to break stuff rather than being balanced, which is just kind of a different, I don't know, it's different. Thanks, Squall. Here, I hope this helps. It won't. Kind of blows. Thanks. Headmaster, he isn't here. Of course not. Want to play some cards? No? Okay. Just checking. Just checking. While we're fighting stupid grats, let me say hi to everyone. So Hawken, how's it going? Danye, Fat Steve, D-Bull, Blazin, Mavic, Subs, Ready Fire, Adam, Aaron, Darth, Reckless, Rallisaur, Raven. Push system die. What else can I use? Micro missiles? Does that did everything? I don't even know. What else we got? Unrelenting's here, Arm Running's here. Bryce is here, Pure Mind's here. George is here. Thank you guys. Chemical's here. Let's go, man. How to be epic, of course. What's up, Zoo? What's up, ProView? What's up, Deluge? Yeah, I still got a cough, but, you know. Other than that, I'm feeling alright. See, now this is the kind of thing that kind of puts me off of this game, is that this is one of the first areas in the game, and it still takes us forever to kill stuff because of the way enemies scale. But I guess maybe part of the reason that they wanted scaling enemies in this game is that you do tend to visit old areas a lot, at least at the beginning of the game. But, oh, I can't go that way. But, like, other games have done it better. Like, Final Fantasy VII, yeah, you go back to Midgar later, but they just changed the tables, changed the encounter tables when you go the second time. So, like, why couldn't they just do that here and then not have to round everything? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just not my, it's not my cup of tea. You know, if I made an RPG, I would not have enemies scale to your level. I just don't enjoy that as much as being able to go back to those previous levels and be like, hey, look, I can one-shot everything because I'm super strong. That's one of the best things about RPGs, in my opinion. So they really take that away in this game. Have you learned nothing? What's this random guy doing over here? And that's one thing that I really love about the old Final Fantasies. And I think I'm different in that way. I think a lot of people would probably disagree with me here and say that this is the reason they don't like old Final Fantasies. But one of the things I love about the old games is that if you accidentally wander into the wrong area, you get annihilated by enemies that are like 40 levels above you. And I always thought that was really cool because it's like, a natural way to tell you that you can't go somewhere yet, you know? Instead of just having some stupid NPC, like, standing there like, duh, well, you don't have a pass card. Like, instead, it's like, literally, you cannot go there, even if you wanted to, because the enemies are just gonna trash you. And that always felt more like, I don't know, it made the world feel a little bit more real. It felt a little bit less like a video game, you know? It kind of takes me out of takes me out of the game when there's some character that's just standing there like, duh, well, you're not on disc 2 yet, so, you know. So yeah, I always just thought that was cool. And then it always gave you this, like, this motivation to get strong enough so you could go over there and see what was there. And throughout the game, as you're doing different quests and stuff, you always think in the back of your head, am I strong enough to go to that one continent yet? And then you'll go there and try it and probably get wrecked, and then, you know, keep getting stronger and stronger until eventually you're strong enough to get to that area. There is ways to do it wrong, though. Like, I would agree, Final Fantasy I is pretty rough. There's a lot of trap save points where you could save somewhere and then realize, like, you can't get out. And also, Final Fantasy I had a really high encounter rate that was, like, frustratingly high. And then Final Fantasy I also had rooms that were, like, I don't know what they're... I just call them encounter rooms. I don't know if you have a name for them. They're like grind rooms, where you go into a room and there's an encounter every step, and it's meant to be like an area for you to grind in, which is kind of a cool idea. But you can get stuck in there on accident if you don't know what it is, and then you can't get your way out. So there's some kind of beginner trap things in Final Fantasy I, but still, I like the idea. There's also the Ice Cave, which is like the ultimate bane of every RPG player's existence. If you've never played Final Fantasy I, imagine the worst ice level in any game you've ever played, and then put it like way too early in the game, but make it like the hardest dungeon in the game, and force the player to go through it. It's like, I can't even describe it, dude. It's like they took you out of Final Fantasy VII when you were at Nibelheim and just placed you in the Great Glacier and said, like, get out. Like, that's basically what the Ice Cave is. Like, the enemies are way too strong. There's, like, ice physics all over. It's a super long dungeon that's, like, really maze-like, and you have to do it for the story. And it's just, like, the biggest beginner's trap. I would have to guess that most players quit at the Ice Cave. If you quit at all, it was probably at the Ice Cave. Is there anything you want? It's not free, of course. Okay, this guy's just selling stuff. I actually like a few of these because I don't have many. Other than that, man. You want to play some cards? Sorry, but I don't play beginners. I'll play you once you gain more experience. What? Do you know who I am? I am Seto Kaiba, defeater of Yugi Moto, and winner of the... What'd they call that tournament? Got him. What was the card tournament in Yu-Gi-Oh? Battle City, yeah, the Battle City tournament. My name is Seto Kaiba. I have defeated Yugi Moto, and I'm the champion of the Battle City. I made it to the Battle City finals. I got plenty of experience. What do you mean experience? Dude, I've wrecked like every person I've played and I got like a million cards. Like, how much more do you want? Also, can you not kill Quistis? That'd be swell. How dare he insult my card skills? You've activated my trap card. Yo, Vladimir, how's it going, dude? How's it going, Assassin? I think I need to look through my GFs real quick. How's it going, Lost Number? I'm a scrub, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I haven't gotten the GX yet. I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! A while ago, because I wanted to, like, relive it and see how cringy it was from my childhood. And I actually made it all the way to Season 3, but I was watching it, I was going to Overlord. I was watching it with my son when he was younger, and we used to, like, I used to have to hold him until he fell asleep and then put him in bed. So we used to watch, like, an episode every night. But now he's old enough to go to bed himself. Now he's old enough to go to bed himself, so we don't watch it anymore. So, I made it all the way to Season 3, and then I stopped watching. But I wanted to keep watching, just to see how ridiculous it got. But, I'd probably say, like, Season 2 was probably my favorite. Season 2 was really good. Honestly, I really like Season 1 a lot, though. Even with its ridiculous cringiness, I liked the idea of the first season more than the second season. I like the whole Duelist Kingdom thing and getting the star bits and everything. It felt more like Pokemon. The way they had to, like, get the star bits to get to the finals of the tournament. They kind of had, like, a Pokemon thing going on. Scoot, dude, thank you so much for the 2 months. Mostly I just lurk on YouTube, but I love your stuff, Death. Keep it up. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. You're the bomb. What's taking so long? Hurry up! Another one of Sid's followers. Die! They're like robots. Let's say the same thing. Wow, he has a single Grat. Whatever shall we do? Face the wrath of this monster! Oh no! Whatever will we do? Yeah, I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Just suffered from, I need a word for it. I don't know what to call it. But there was this trend back then where Japanese shows and some video games as well would dumb stuff down like super hardcore for the American audience and even like some European audience as well. I don't know what to call it, but we need like a word for it because it happens all the time. You see it a lot where like the original Japanese will be more like, I don't know, just it won't be as hand-holdy or like remind you of stuff all the time. But then the American audience, they either thought that like we'd only be watching reruns, or they just thought that we wouldn't get it because it doesn't fit with our culture as well. So you get these Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes where they're like explaining to you how attack points work, even though it's like the 9th season and you've watched like 500 episodes, and they're like, so I have 5,000 attack points and you have 4,500 attack points. That means that I have 500 more attack points than you have attack points. And you're standing there like, really? Like, we've been over this. So, and I don't know how much the Japanese version also did that, but I have to imagine they didn't do it nearly as much. I have to imagine that their text was a lot more involved, whereas the localization team was like, so we have no idea what's going on, so we're just gonna like repeat this over and over. You know, it finally started to get a little better like near the end of season 2, where they would actually like play Monster Reborn and not tell you what it did. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy, like I can't believe it. But it's pretty bad, especially the first season is pretty terrible. They're constantly like, and it's one thing to tell you what a card does, because you might be watching a rerun and not know what the card does. So, you know, you might want to know, you know, without them just expecting you to know. But then there's times where they literally do math, and you're like, bro, I know what 1,000 minus 800 is. Like, you don't have to repeat it. They'll go on and on, like, oh my god, I have 200 life points. That means if you hit me with an attack that's 500 life points, I'm gonna lose the duel. And you're like, oh my god. Just stop. Please take this as I stare at you. Okay, thanks. Sid, are you here? No. See, it gets kind of frustrating. Like, obviously, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was meant for an audience that was at least slightly older than, like, Pokemon. So you really don't need to do, like, absolutely rudimentary math. Like, it's fine if you're gonna have the character, like, respond to whatever, but, like, it gets real old when it's, like, the 4th time in the same episode that you've told us how attack points work. It's like, it gets really frustrating. So, but there were some great story elements in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really enjoyed it when I was a kid. And watching it again now, it brings you back, you know. It's kind of like watching old Pokemon episodes. Like, yeah, they're not the best, but it's more of just remembering your childhood that makes it exciting. And, like, watching it with my son is great, because I can be like, you know, this is what I grew up with. And he's like, whoa, that's cool. You know, like, it means more. When you can watch a show that you grew up with the next generation, it means something, you know. It just makes it more, I don't know, makes it more entertaining. Zoo! Is that her right there? Hey, how's it going, Mayor? She went up. I always love when characters go in elevators during, like, really tense moments. Either in movies or in games. It's always funny when, like, the base is being attacked and they have to, like, get in the elevator and they're just kind of standing in the elevator, like, we're all gonna die. Come on, elevator, go. You gotta feel so helpless. It's that same feeling as when, like, you're late to work and you're stuck in traffic and you're just like, I can't do anything about this. Oh yeah, there was a lot of censoring. I'm not actually talking about censoring, I'm talking about just, like, translating it different. But, there was a ton of censoring in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, a lot of censoring. If you ever want to, like, YouTube, like, stupid censoring in YouTube, stupid censoring in Yu-Gi-Oh! You'll find some funny videos about, like, some of the stuff they did. Like, some of it makes no sense. Like, there's one card that's like a tomato, that's like an evil tomato, and they, like, censored the picture to be less scary. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, this is ridiculous. Who would do this? Like, it's really, there's some silly stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't blame them. I really don't feel like anyone in Japan understood American culture any more than Americans understood Japanese culture at that time. So, like, they had no idea what it was that we enjoyed or what we thought was okay for kids, or, like, how our system works. So they were just, I think they were just over exaggerating the censorship just to be safe. But yeah, some of it's pretty funny. Yo, Greasy with the $10. Thank you so much, man. Just binge watched Chrono Trigger Let's Play all week. Thanks for letting me relive the magic. Yeah, man, Chrono Trigger was great. It was really awesome to blindly play through Chrono Trigger, something that most people can't really do in today's age. Most people that will want to play it have played it, so being able to play through it blind and experience that with everyone was awesome. And I really loved that game. I haven't really sat down and decided if I like Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross better. I'm pretty sure I like Chrono Trigger better. Chrono Cross had some like kind of frustrating moments, whereas Chrono Trigger felt more good all the way through, I guess. But they were both really good games. I enjoyed both of them for different reasons. Whose side are you on? Neither. We have urgent news. We need to see the headmaster now. Where is he? Just trust us, Zoo. There's no time to waste. Why don't you just say there's missiles headed this way? Okay. I'm listening. Galvanian missiles may be heading this way. Here? Alright, I'll inform him right away. Where is he? In his office. We made it look like he's hiding, but he's been there all along. Wow, what a great plan. I was the last person I would have expected, but it was me the entire time. Were you making it look like he was hiding, or did he just not want to leave? That's the real question. He's waiting for you. Thanks. I'll go tell everyone to evacuate. Want to play some cards? Just checking. I gotta get my experience up for the super card player in the friggin' training zone. Sir! What is that salute, by the way? I never realized that. The salute is like this. Like you're looking at a pamphlet or something. What is that? Why is that the salute? It's kind of weird. Hey, how's it going, Ataru? Zoo has told me about the missiles. The intercom is down, so we can't announce the order to evacuate. Zoo, Raijin, and Fujin are taking care of that. Why don't you just tell the good people to evacuate? And then just let the Norg and all them just take over the base. Just be like, you got us, guys. You won. You got the base. And then they're like celebrating, and then the missiles come and blow them up, and we're out. That's the real plan. I want you to assist them and then evacuate. What's on your mind? But I have a lot to report. You can tell me later. Let me look at this pamphlet. You might be dead later. Look at this salute. What is this? This is the salute. Just like stare vicariously at your hand with your arm like in your chest, like as hard as possible. Just I salute you. Do you have a problem with that? Yeah, what are you going to do? Sir, what are you going to do? What's the point of, like, listening to Squall's inner monologue if he's just going to say what the inner monologue is? Like, I understand if he thinks something different and then says something different, then that's interesting, but what's the point of, like, Squall going to the cafeteria and then being like, so, what do you want on your hot dog? And then he's like, ketchup, and then he says ketchup. You're like, what? Why do we need to hear it twice? I'm going to stay here and see this to the end. After all, this place is like my home. No, you can't. Just come with us, please. You can always rebuild this place. Sir! You can rest assured, I am just going to try something. There still may be a way to save the garden. Against missiles? How? Want to play some cards? I'm too old for this. Sir, I'd like to handle whatever it is that you're planning. And why is that? I don't know, because you might screw up. Because I want to do more than announce the evacuation, because this place is important to me too. Because I want to find out your plan, because this is my home. I have too many reasons. I don't know why, who cares? My feelings have nothing to do with it, sir. Haha, of course this is right. You do have a hard time expressing your feelings. Why bother, and what is this? Why am I being judged? Sir, please tell us your plan. You know, I have to be on Squall's side here. Usually, I'm not on Squall's side, but here, it's like missiles are coming. Squall's doing his job by being like, no, Headmaster, I'm a seed. I'm going to take over. I'm going to do what needs to be done. And he's just like, you have a hard time expressing your feelings, huh, lol. And Squall's just like, tell me the plan. This building used to be a shelter long before it was remodeled into the garden as we know it. Use that key to open the lock on the elevator. Opening the lock will give you access to the MD level. Rumor has it that further below the MD level there is some kind of control system. It was used when this place was still a shelter, so I've never seen it. And I have no idea what it does. All I know is that it was used for the shelter, so it might prove effective against the missiles. That's what I'm betting on. So, let me get this straight. You're the headmaster of this entire facility, and you've never been in the basement. And also, there's some kind of weird controls in the basement. And also, they're like ancient, but you're hoping that they'll just magically work. Sounds great. Sounds pretty far-fetched, but I guess it's better than doing nothing. Yes, I'll read my pamphlet. Understand. We'll find the control system and check it out. Good luck to all of you. Wanna play some cards? No? Wait, what? Why did he open my menu? Can't I just open my menu myself? Oh, he's like a save point. Sid is the save point. That's different. Save point cosplay. Yeah, we're probably good. I want to look at my GFs though. I don't know what Mad Rush does. Guess we'll find out. HP plus 80%. Holy cow. That's insanity. Auto reflect. That's different. Hey, how's it going, Zycleon? Good to see you, man. What's up, Retro? We'll be fine. No, we're dead. Hey, there's no way I'm gonna get stuck in here. Well, you're stuck in here, so. Sid sent us down to a level that hasn't been accessed since 1984, so we're dead. Look, there definitely has to be a way out. Yeah, strangling ourselves. That's the way out. It's not responding. We're dead. Open up the hatch. It's like a hatch down there. Open it up. There we go. Alright, Squall. Nobody's been here for a while, so be careful. Renoa, get your cape out of my face. Can you guys back up a bit? Like, give me a little bit of space. No? We're dead. How did that not kill us? Wow. We're not going to talk about how Quistis almost died. You guys are way too nonchalant about this. That is the biggest handle ever. What is going on? An old stratum. Watch for enemies weak against fire around here. If you junction fire elemental magic, battle should be easier. If we have the element, okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Yes, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Why are you teaching me how to junction on disc 2? Kind of weird. See, before I was okay with them, like, talking about that stuff because it's kind of a new thing, but on disc 2, they really shouldn't be telling me again. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Chris K? Wow, so glad I junctioned fire for one of the easiest enemies in the game. It's refreshing to see someone not try to break the game. Don't worry, it'll break itself. I'm just here for the ride. What's up, Patch? Good to see you, man. Begin after this message. I failed? Really? Had to use the double finger strat. Why are we walking? If I had known that the first one was like the only time I got to try it with just Squall, I would have done the double finger strat and seen if I could have done it with just Squall, but I forgot that like Renoa helps you if you fail the first time. I maybe could have gotten it, I don't know. I have a pretty fast mash due to speedrunning for a while. I had to learn a couple different mashing strategies for a couple of different games I speedran, but don't know if I could have done it with just Squall. I don't know how hard that is. Seems pretty hard. Also, I'm not the best at mashing on a PS4 controller. It's a lot easier on like an SNES controller. A dead end. We have to climb up again? I wonder where it's connected to. Looks like it's connected to that room. Make a decision, Squall. Someone else go check it out. You go take a look. I'll go take a look. You wait here. Blink, 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 blink. What's up, Cloud? What's up, Shinzei? And I'm dead. Man, the amount of times we've almost died in the past like 5 seconds. Thanks, Sid. What are you doing? Why are you going like this? I love how our mission is to come down here and just press random buttons and see if we can save ourselves from missiles. The path up ahead collapsed after the collision, so I can't go down this way. So we're dead. What am I supposed to... Squall, are you okay? Yeah. I didn't think you were going to make it this time. Didn't you think so? Nothing new. Come on, let's go. We got work to do. You know, Quistis is pretty goddamn annoying, I tell you what. Every single time Squall does anything, Quistis is like, how does that make you feel? You're my teacher, you're not my psychiatrist. You're not even my teacher anymore, but... Good lord. Every time. I thought you were gonna die. What'd you think about that, Squall? We're on a mission. What do you think about that, Squall? We killed a monster. What do you think about that, Squall? Squall. Squall. What do you think about that, Squall? You finished those errands? How do you feel about almost dying? I don't feel very great, Quistis. Who's almost dying and being like, that was great? I kind of want to junction some Aura stuff instead of just random, instead of first level stuff, but I don't have enough of it, so take this opportunity to get some. If Reflect worked on Draw, I ended up drawing myself. I have a question for people who aren't married and don't have siblings. Those are two really specific things. I don't have blood siblings, but I have a stepbrother and a half-brother. Does that count? I'm also married, but... I mean... I can pretend that I'm not married or something. I don't know why that's part of the question. I'll answer like I'm qualified. Who do you make your emergency contact? Okay, okay, that makes sense. If you just write down 911, do you think they'll get mad? Just call the cops. You're probably just a close friend, to be honest. put it this way. If you were trying to move into your apartment and you needed to move a couch, who's the first person you would call? That's your emergency contact. Whoever's willing to come move a couch for you is willing to die for you. I don't know if this is right or not. Also, Squall climbs really weird. They all climb really weird. They're climbing like sideways. Can I like move this again or what? No, I don't think this is right. I think I gotta go back down. I think not wanting to be a burden is like... I don't think you should feel that way. Most of the time, when you're thinking that you don't want to be a burden, the other person is thinking, why didn't he want me to help him? So, try not to think that way too much. I mean, sometimes yes, but most of the time, yeah. If you're dying, you're not a burden, let's put it that way. This looks, scary. Yeah, I think you're overthinking this. Jelly! I feel like zombie and float are pretty useful to have. Yeah, I wonder if these guys are going to be weak to fire. What's funny though is junctioning it probably didn't matter much. I should probably just cast it. Let's see. Yeah, not really. Better just to cast it. Oh, really? What the? Why does this one have more? Well, that doesn't sound good. Nice one, Renoa. Big damage. She's angry about being asleep. Ah, we got screwed up this fight. Quistis is slow and blind. Renoa's slow and berserk. That was an interesting death animation. I like how they just casually jump up like, hey, what's going on? Ooh, Kira. I'm so glad I junctioned fire so they could blind me. Never mind, they're just gonna kill me. That's cool too. Ow. Wow, you don't have life? I don't know who I cured. The cursor went too fast. I have no idea who's getting this. Great. Just who I wanted. That was my plan all along. Yeah, we're dead. I don't know why Renoa doesn't have any life. I don't know what she's doing out here. Alright, well, while I'm gonna die anyways, I want to know what protects against this. Shell or protect? It looks like a physical attack, but it might be magic. I think it's like a special move, so I feel like it's probably protect that I want. Well, I don't want to use it now, so... Use all shot. Or not. Haha. Great. No, I can't see. Well, maybe I can. Nope. I have no idea what defends against that. Possibly nothing. Very possibly nothing. Alright. You can kill me now. What was that? I like watching Renoa fall over and over again. And I'm gonna take a nap.